Erica had been a 911 dispatcher for nearly a decade, and she thought she had heard every variation of panic a human voice could carry. The call came in just before 2 in the morning, the kind of hour when the world feels suspended between reality and nightmare. A woman was on the line whispering frantically that someone had broken into her home. Erica kept her voice calm, steady, asking for the address, instructing the caller to hide and stay quiet. The woman said she was in a closet, barely daring to breathe, describing the intruder in fragment stall, dressed in dark clothing, smiling in a way that didn't feel human. Erica typed quickly, dispatching officers to the address while trying to keep the caller focused. Then the woman's tone shifted. Her breathing grew shallow and she whispered that the intruder had stopped moving, that he was standing still, listening. Suddenly, the caller said something that made Erica's skin prickle. "He's not in my house anymore." Erica frowned, asking what she meant, but the woman continued in a trembling voice. "He's in yours." The line went dead. Erica felt a chill crawl down her spine, a sensation so sudden and visceral that she turned in her chair despite knowing how irrational that sounded. The dispatch center was dim, a few coworkers scattered across rows of desks, computer monitors casting pale light. She told herself it was a cruel prank. But then she noticed something in the reflection of her darkened screen shape standing behind her chair. Tall, motionless. She spun around, heart hammering, but there was nothing there. Just empty space and confused coworkers staring at her. Moments later, another call came from the same number. Erica hesitated before answering. Silence filled the line at first, then a faint, familiar breathing. Finally, a whisper. "You should have locked your door." Police investigated the original address and found the house vacant, utilities shut off months prior. There was no record of anyone living there. Erica resigned shortly after, unable to shake the feeling that the line between caller and listener had blurred that night, and that somewhere in the dark corners of that office, something had been listening right along with her. Lena's apartment on the 10th floor overlooked a stretch of city skyline that glittered at night, a view she once found comforting. She lived alone, enjoying the quiet hum of urban life beneath her windows, convinced that being high above the ground offered a certain protection. One evening, she carried her laundry down to the basement of the building, a narrow room with flickering fluorescent lights and a single rectangular window near the ceiling that looked out onto the alley at street level. As the washing machines churned and the dryer rattled softly, she scrolled through her phone, half aware of the cold draft that slipped under the door. That's when she noticed it, a reflection in the darkened window glass, a face pale and still. It hovered just behind her shoulder in the glass, tall enough that it couldn't possibly be her own reflection. She turned quickly, expecting to see someone standing in the room, but it was empty. The machines hummed on. The lights buzzed faintly. She laughed nervously, telling herself it was a trick of the light, maybe someone passing in the alley outside. But when she looked back at the window, the face was there again, closer now, its eyes fixed on her. The mouth curved into a slow smile. Lena's breath caught in her throat. She spun around once more. Nothing. No footsteps, no movement. Her pulse pounded in her ears as she stepped closer to the window, examining the glass. And then she saw words beginning to form in the faint condensation on the inside surface. "Turn around." The letters were clear, deliberate, traced from within the room. Before she could react, the lights flickered and went out, plunging the basement into darkness. In that suffocating blackness, she heard something behind her, a soft exhale that didn't match her own breathing.